This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, it's a good morning, everyone, by the way. So, before starting about like PEGA, let me tell you what is the procedure we generally follow. Okay, so you all joined today just to learn PEGA from beginning. Am I correct? Okay, so here in our institute, we'll be having two types of PEGA courses. So that is like PEGA regular program, what you joined. Okay, and the other one is like PEGA mastery program. PEGA mastery program, what we call it like PM. And in this particular regular program, we'll train everything from zero. Considering you don't know anything about PEGA, so you might be having like different stream background. So we consider everything from zero. Okay. And in this particular thing, since we are covering from zero to advanced level, we'll be making you working on three real-time projects. Completely from zero, we'll make you to work on three real-time projects. And this mastery program is not about like completely from zero. This is only for trained candidates. Only for trained candidates. Those might be trained at our institute or maybe at some other institutes or people who are already working in PEGA if they wanted to brush up some extra skills. So this program is for them. And in this particular mastery program, we'll make you to work only on practicals. There will not be any kind of training here, only kind of practicals, where we will make an student to do 400 plus user stories. So completely from zero to advanced level, 400 plus user stories will make you to work on. And in this regular program, so we'll be having both online plus offline. Okay, so some days you can come online, some days you can come offline. Maybe if you are not joining some days also, after each and every class, you'll be getting recording as well. So your batch timing is like 11 to 12 o'clock, right? So after your session is done, maybe at after 12 o'clock, so you'll be anyway getting recording. So if you people cannot attend live class also, not a problem. You can just watch the recording at your convenient time and you can just get back to us for any kind of doubts. So every class will be recorded and this whole duration will take around 4 months. Okay, will take around 4 months. And in this 4 months, what I'm trying to do is we'll be making you completely understand from zero to advanced level and what you have to do after you joining the company and how to behave like experienced candidate there. So generally people like you will be in a thought to go like experienced only. Maybe if you are having some gap, okay, or if you want, or if you're currently working in some other stream and want to fill that with PEGA, so you generally wanted to think like an experienced, plan like an experienced. And in this regular curriculum alone, this will be just 2 months. So this will be like 4 months, right? So in this 4 months it will make you completely zero to master level where you can straight away act like 4 plus years experienced. You can straight away act according to that. Okay, you should understand what you have to talk to your manager, what you should not talk to your manager. Why? Because you are in like basic curriculum now. Whatever the silly doubt you feel, you can just reach me, or you can just reach your friends also. But in the real time, so what might be the silly doubt, you should not talk to your manager. Straight away they'll ask you whether you're experienced or not. You should not talk some things about your manager. So here you'll be completely understanding about process also. Okay, so what you have to do on day one, what is like business analyst tasks, what your testing team daily tasks, what you as a manager, developer has to do on daily basis, what deployment process will be, what reporting part will be, each and everything like process wise. That is about agile methodologies and everything. Everything will come to know here. And in this particular curriculum, so once in 2 weeks, maybe today is like Monday, so maybe after 2 Mondays we'll be having like mock interviews. We'll be having mock interviews in the sense, so far whatever we covered, so maybe we completed 10% of portion consider. So for whatever we completed, we'll be making you completely kind of mock interview done. So there will test your communication skills. There will test your managing skills. Suppose if you don't know the question, how to handle that. Okay, there will test each and everything. So once weeks will take mock interviews. Online people, can everyone go on mute, please? So I'm getting some disturbance. Please go on mute. Everyone online, requesting everyone to go on mute. So in this regular program, so we'll train everything from zero, and we'll be taking like mock interviews once in 2 weeks, and you will be getting like daily assignment also, daily assignments. So you people, some people might be thinking like mastery program is just, I told you right, mastery program is only offline. Okay, this program is both like online as well as offline. Mastery program is only offline. Some people who are joining now, maybe from other parts of India or maybe other parts of the world, they might be thinking, what about the mastery program for them? So for them, we are anyway providing daily assignments. After today's one topic today, we'll anyway provide few assignments on the same. So these assignments will be of equal level to this one. Getting my point? So this is actually targeted for the working people. So since you are joining this one, so whatever the daily assignments we give you, you'll be getting almost like 150 plus assignments. And anyway, other portions will be covered in our regular day-to-day discussions only. If we can do these 3 real-time projects, and if we can follow our 4-month curriculum, and if we can do this 150 assignments, and if we can do mock interviews, so you not need not attend mastery program also. So the same content or similar content we will be having in this one also, not a problem. So our student who are joining this curriculum, they need not attend mastery program. So people who are attending or who are training, taking training in some other institutes, or maybe like kind of working with fake experience, they will not have complete grip on subjects. So this mastery program is concentrated for them. Okay, so if you are joining this curriculum, the similar content anyway you will grab in next to 4 months. That is what I'm saying. So you'll be getting daily assignments which will be close to 150 on an average, on a whole. And along with that, you'll be getting topic wise material. For each and every topic, we'll be sharing you PDF. So today, if we cover one concept, you'll get PDF for that. And you'll be getting practical document PDF. Suppose today if we cover one concept, so that practical complete screenshotted document you'll get, and complete theoretical for your future reference you'll get this document. And you'll be getting daily topic wise interview question plus answers. On everyday topic based, you'll be getting interview question and answers. Okay, and you will be taken like mock interview is different from mock test. So we'll be giving you quiz once in a week. Okay, mock test will be given for you. Okay, and in this particular thing, we'll be helping you with PEGA certifications. So some people might be completing PEGA certifications by this time, and some people who has not even started certification also. Anyway, in your today's demo, I'll explain you what is certification, how many we have, and what will be the process and cost. Everything I'll explain. So here we'll even help with certifications. This cost will be different, that is secondary, and we'll be even helping you with resume preparation. Okay, so some people might be like 23 pass out, some people might be like 2010 pass out. So according to their current situation, we are supposed to help with resume preparation for them. Okay, and that too after our course is completely done. Some people might be very strong in UI part, front end design, and some people might be strong only at back end part. Some people might be at database part. According to their strength, we have to prepare resume for them. Okay, it's like one-to-one discussion and then resume preparation. So we'll be helping with resume preparation for them, and even we'll be helping you with some kind of job assistance also. Okay, so whatever the company's requirement we have, so people who are like currently up to the mark. Okay, so you should be having minimum basic skills, right? So you should understand each and everything what company's expectation according to. So if you are up to the mark, we can help you with some company's referrals, and there you are supposed to prove. Okay, it's not like simply joining, getting a job. So it is kind of completely hard work what you put in, and based on your strength, we can able to help you with job assistance also. Okay, and additionally out of your interest, so this is like more than enough for you. So if you follow this completely, If you follow this completely, even mastery program is not required for you, that I guarantee. And out of your interest, so generally some individuals after they completing everything, if they're coming to me asking for any extra challenges, so on this particular topic I want some extra concepts or I want some extra challenges, can you help me? So out of your interest, if you're coming to me, so those extra PEGA assistance also will be provided. That is what happening today. Okay, so people offline who are coming here or people online, so once they are done with all the assignments whatever we do, suppose on property creation or on one topic, if you are done with that, so if you want some extra concepts or extra assignments, I can help you. So what generally we cover in mastery program, out of your interest, if you are calling me, I can help you that also. So all these things I personally take care. And if you as I told you, whole duration will take like 4 months. So this, if you are perfectly doing this, so completing all the assignments and maybe doing like mock interviews once in 2 weeks, these two are like important for us. So if you are giving mock entries once in 2 weeks and if you are completing all the assignments, then you will be eligible for free mastery program, what you may not require also. Okay, people online need not worry. So if you're already completing this, you need not require, but anyway, we'll be providing this for free of cost. So you can avail this in the next 1 year. As I told you, this is like offline program. So from the date of your eligibility till the next 1 year, you can come anytime. You can join any free mastery program, which is actually not required for you, but still we're providing this. Okay, and in this mastery program, generally we will be providing with interview question and answers, which is like scenario based. The same interview question and answers we are even providing here also. As I told you, topic wise interview question and answers, whatever we generally share there, so this will be shared even here. Okay, so this is the concept. So everyone clear about the curriculum or everyone clear about the process? Any doubts on this one? Online or offline? Any doubts? Any doubts? Anyone? Clear, right?
Take for example, on a 2014 past.
Hmm. So just I'm talking about this scenario. So far about this, if anyone, everyone clear, right? Online people, please respond. So when we start about PEGA, when we are discussing about like certifications and other gaps, so we come to all the things. Okay, hope everyone got clear.
You will get a soft copy for this.
You'll be getting all the PDF documents. Okay, on daily basis you'll be getting recording, and you will be getting like practical document, you'll be getting like theoretical document, you'll be getting like daily assignments, you'll be getting interview question plus answers. This is what you'll get on daily basis. On weekly basis you'll get mock test. Okay, and once in 2 weeks you'll be given like mock interview schedule also. Okay, mock interview schedule, this happens for every 2 weeks. Okay, and for every 1 month project review happens. As I told you, 3 projects is what we're doing, right? So one project is completely what I'll take care, because one project alone will take around more than 4 months, and other 2 projects you are supposed to do parallelly from day one itself. So these 2 projects will be shared you today itself. Okay, from the day one these 2 projects will be shared with you, and these 3 projects should be running parallelly for the next 4 months. So what we'll do is, for every 1 month the other 2 projects what you are doing, we'll just review that. Maybe if you got stuck anywhere, or maybe if you have done something in the bad practice, we'll just correct it. So according to that, so for every 1 month project reviews also happen. Okay, so every one of you who joined online or offline today, so you must be getting messages from this number, correct?
Yes.
Online, online, everyone getting messages from this number on WhatsApp. So if anyone not getting messages from this number, you might be joined maybe by your friend's help or whatever it is. If anyone not getting messages from this number, just requesting you to take your mobile phone now itself and just drop a message on this saying like I attended today's demo. That's it. If you can just drop me that message, you'll be getting all the updates related to today's recording and maybe whatever the next documents you receive. Okay, so whoever is responding extra today, so they will be also added into that list. Okay, so just check and drop a message on this one.
And one more thing from last thing from my side, all these recordings will be will expire or any certain period.
Yes, just thanks for reminding that. So all the recordings and other things, you join like PEGA regular program, right? So this whole content will be available for 8 months for you. 8 months in the sense from today, from day one. So it will be like 8 months for you. So your curriculum will be completed by 4 months, and extra 4 months is what we are giving you for practice. Okay. So whole thing will be like 8 months. Understood, right?
Yeah, thanks.
Any more doubts, anyone, on this process, whatever we discussed? Good to go? Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
I'm
tell me.
Pragati. So I have one
Tell me.
doubt. I'm attending this classes from some other country. So if
Yeah.
you conduct this program in offline section,
Which
so anyway, we will get the recording through a message. But if we have any doubt based on that, so how we can clarify
no, no.
in the next
Whatever the
class or
program you joined, listen, listen. Whatever the program you joined, it has like both online as well as offline. I know you are from different country, so every day at the same time, whatever currently we are in, same time we will be having online plus offline. So offline people who are staying to my institute, they can straight away come. Online, you can just straight away join in online. So maybe if you could not attend few days also, you'll be getting daily class recording. And if you have any doubts in that, you can just message me. According to that, we can have some convenient time, one-to-one discussion. And once this course is like enrolled, started, you'll be having like WhatsApp group also created. Whatever the common doubts you feel, you can just post it in the WhatsApp group so that you can get opinions from other people. And maybe if you wanted to talk to me personally, even on any silly doubt, you can just message me personally. According to that, we'll reach back. Is this the doubt you are having? Did I answer your question?
yes, sir. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
done. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Why? Because some people will not be convenient with any timing. So if we start morning batches, some people will say like that they are having rotational shifts. And if we start evening batches, even that time they will not be convenient for the whole course time. And this is like of 11 o'clock, and this time maybe or may not be convenient for every time. So since you are getting recording after every class, you can just watch in your convenient time, maybe like midnight or so. Next day you call me for whatever the doubt you get. You can just maintain a book and paper, a pen and paper. You just note down each and every doubt what you feel by that time, and you can just reach me the next day. So it will be automatically cleared. In that process, you can talk to me for any kind of assignment related doubts also, project related doubts also, or interview question and answer related doubts also. It is like one-to-one discussion. We can be open on that. Got it right? Okay. So now with this knowledge, let's start. Let's jump into pickup. Okay, fine. So I understand that you people are completely new for this technology, and let's start everything from zero. So before starting about these things, you'll be having many questions in your mind, like what is PEGA? Okay. So you'll be having like what is PEGA and where we will use it and how we about the scope of that and what will be the salaries in India, maybe how the salaries will be in other countries, and how about the opportunities today because of this recession market, and onset of positions, and about like PEGA certifications. Likewise, you'll be having n number of questions in your mind. Some people will think like that they're having career gap, so how they have to fill it, or maybe if some people working in some pharma industry, how to showcase that in PEGA. So likewise, you'll be having n number of questions. Let's try to sort it out each and everything by today's session. So let's start with our very first question, like what is PEGA? So the simple answer for this is PEGA is used for developing web applications. So generally what is web application? Generally what is web application? So consider Amazon. So if you wanted to purchase a product in Amazon, what you'll do? So first you will try to log into Amazon homepage. So there you'll see some products, right? Maybe some products listed out for you. And after you selecting respective product, you'll click on buy now. If we click on buy now, maybe some payment related things happening. After that, you'll be getting one email saying like thank you for registration. Am I correct? So considering from Amazon related perspective, how Amazon website might be created, it is having some front end screens, am I correct? It is having some UI page with some colorful images and other content. And once we click on buy now, what is happening is some backend processing is happening, and then it is like being stored into their database table. From their email triggering part is happening, right? So generally to design one website, we require three layers. So we call it like front end layer or UI layer, and along with that we'll be having business logic layer or backend layer, and we even have something like database layer. So to design one website, we guaranteed required these three layers. Now we are saying like PEGA is used for developing web applications, meaning whatever the application I wanted to design with PEGA. Consider Amazon is designed on PEGA, just an example. So for Amazon, we should be developing like front end part, right? We should be developing back end part and even database part. So with PEGA, we can develop any application for which UI part is completely automated, and backend part is also completely automated, and even database part is also completely automated. So generally to do any kind of front end design, you should be knowing JavaScript. Okay, so to do any kind of front end design, suppose if I wanted to design one web page with the two images and below collecting first name last name content, so whatever it is to design one web page, we have to know HTML, CSS and some JavaScript, without which you cannot do one step also for front end design. And coming to back end part, so you take any application, consider Amazon application. Amazon might be using Java in their background. Consider Flipkart application, they might be using Python in their background. And consider one more application, they might be using .NET or C language, whatever it is. Every web application should have 100% front end and 100% any of these backend technologies, no doubt. And every application should be having like some storage also, no? Every application should have some storage. Whatever the customers they are registering, those are to be maintained, right? So database part is also mandatory. So every application should be having like front end layer, back end layer and database part. And consider Amazon. Amazon might be using Java. Consider Flipkart, they might be using like .NET. And consider one more application, they might be using Python or C sharp, whatever it is. So Amazon will be having some front end design, am I correct? Flipkart will be having some front end design, and other application, whatever, consider this like Abibus, okay, or this is like Bank of America. So for any web application, background technologies might be different, but front end everywhere they have to use HTML, CSS and JavaScripting only, no doubt. Okay, that is the reason this HTML and CSS, this will be considered like an universal technology. So every web application should be designed with this HTML only. This is kind of universal technology where it is understandable for Java, it is understandable for .NET, it is understandable for Python or PEGA, whatever it is. And this Amazon application should have one database, right? Even Flipkart should be having one database, and even Abibus, even Bank of America should have one database. So if you wanted to maintain one database layer, so database will understand only SQL queries. Database will understand only SQL queries. If you wanted to do any operation in SQL for creating a new record or deleting or modifying, whatever it is, any kind of DB operations require SQL queries, meaning Java has to generate one SQL query to interact with its table. Am I correct? Here .NET has to generate one SQL query. Here maybe Python has to generate one SQL query. C language has to generate one SQL query. So worldwide you take any application, this and this will never change. If you wanted to do front end in any application, it might be using Python in its background. No doubt you have to learn common technology like HTML only. Okay, so anywhere if you wanted to go for database, whatever the application might be using, whatever the backend technology it might be using, no doubt you have to learn SQL queries. Now these middle languages might be changed. Today Java might be used. After 10 years something different one, after 10 years something different one, but this one and this one will not change. So this will be considered like an universal everywhere. So to design one web application, we have to take care of all these things, right? Consider we all wanted to start a bank. Consider we as a whole wanted to start a bank somewhere in India or some other part of country, whatever it is. So their front end screens. So for this ABC bank, I wanted to design for credit card portal. We are clients now. So we'll be thinking how should be our screen number one, how should be our screen number two, maybe three, four, whatever it is. So to design these screens, front end will be everywhere same. Background, if I wanted to go for Java technology, you have to write your own coding. If you wanted to choose background as C language, you have to write your own coding. Maybe background, if you choose Python, you have to write your own coding. Maybe background if you choose PEGA. So PEGA can do front end part completely automated. PEGA can do its back end part completely automated, and whatever the database we want generally. For this also SQL queries will be automatically done. So finally, PEGA is one tool which is having like front-end technologies and back-end part and database part also completely inbuilt. Getting my point? Completely inbuilt. So no doubt background PEGA will be using Java only. PEGA is one automated tool where background it will be generating Java automatically. You need not write any Java coding here. Okay, Java will be automatically generated by our PEGA. And that too, PEGA has the capacity to generate front-end HTML code also. If I drag and drop, HTML script will be automatically done. HTML coding and styles will be automatically done. And even our PEGA can write SQL queries on its own. So finally, PEGA is one tool where it has got like front-end technologies, back-end technologies, and database part also completely inbuilt. Okay, this is what PEGA is. So you as a developer, you need not know what is Java code happening in the background. Okay, consider after our course is completely done, you'll start attending for interviews, right? So maybe based on your skill, you wanted to project like 4 years experienced. If I'm your interviewer there, if I'm your interviewer there, so I might be asking you something about how to implement email triggering in PEGA. This is what I'll ask you. I will not ask you what is the Java code for email triggering. I'll not ask you any question on Java. We'll not ask you any question related to database. We'll not even ask you any question about HTML or CSS. We'll just ask you in PEGA how this will be done. Okay, so my requirement is to trigger one email to my customer whenever he got registered. You should say like that this is one thing automated. I'll use that. I'll use this. This is what we'll expect. So meaning in interviews or anywhere, no one will ask you any question on Java or maybe on database or even front end. You should understand how this is automated and with this automation how to achieve your requirement. That's it. So finally, PEGA is one automated tool where you don't require any physical coding. So this is the first clarity most of you want. Am I correct? So many people still having doubt whether there will be coding in PEGA or not. So PEGA is nothing like coding at all. There will not be any coding. This is one automated. Okay, fine. So all the necessary UI technologies and backend as I told you, this is automated on Java. So did you came across any time like out systems? Just like PEGA, we are having one more tool like out systems. So did anyone came across this word tool name? Out systems and a word winner online or off online people tell me. So I think you might be hearing like PEGA, right? So did you came across anywhere like out systems? Out systems is also one tool just like PEGA, and out system is completely developed on .NET. Front end and database no one can change, everything it will be same. It is completely developed on .NET, so that .NET is completely old. So out system is not that famous today. So PEGA is famous because it is completely automating background Java. Okay. So if you are using Java as like backend technology, it works in all the devices. Maybe whatever the smartwatch you are using, it supports Java only. So whatever the washing machine you are seeing, so there must be some coding inside, right? It supports only Java. Okay, some other technologies maybe like .NET and the others, so it might be working on respect to operating systems only, maybe on Windows laptop only, maybe on Mac only, but Java is like cross platform. It works on every electronic device, so Java is like most widely used. So PEGA is completely concentrating on automating Java. Earlier maybe PEGA almost like started 30 years back. It's not new today. It's almost like started 30 years back. Whenever they started PEGA, they concentrated on automating C language. So later, slowly, they tried to concentrate on Java because of cross platforms. So finally, PEGA is one automated tool where it will be having UI technologies and backend Java and database also automated. So if we can learn PEGA, everything you as a developer can implement that. If I ask you to design one web application, so without you knowing how to do HTML, without you writing single line of Java code, without you learning SQL, straight away you can implement it. Okay, so there is no prerequisite in learning PEGA. So there is no coding at all, and that too there is no prerequisite. So maybe some people might be thinking like, just to learn PEGA, should I have to learn something different? Not required. Not required. So you have to understand something about HTML and CSS database part, so that if you learn, it will be like added advantage for you, but for now it's not like prerequisite for you. So maybe from tomorrow's or day after tomorrow's class, whatever we start, there will not come across anywhere like physical HTML coding or physically JavaScript or physically database part. There will not be any physical things. Okay, so slowly down the line after 1 month or so, I'll just give you some extra tips. Okay, those are like extra only. So if we can learn those will be like advantage for you. If you don't learn also, not a problem for this. So PEGA is one automated tool for which application development can be easily done. We understood it is completely developed on Java and it uses latest HTML5. Okay, and as we understood, there is no prerequisite for learning PEGA, and all the front-end design, it will be done based on drag and dropping functionalities, and it uses Java methods for the background processing. So this is what PEGA is. Okay, one line of statement is to like automated tool. So consider if you joined in one company today. Okay, after learning everything, if you join one company as a PEGA developer, if I'm the business analyst there, so I'll simply give you one screenshot and ask you to design. That's it. So if this is the mock-up or screenshot what you got, you as a PEGA developer has to implement this, right? For this, what we understood we don't require any HTML skills, but still you have to do this. But still you have to do this. Maybe I'm a developer. Let me explain it here. Consider I am UI developer where I have to physically write HTML code, and you are a PEGA developer where you have to design the same output. Getting my point? Where you have to design the same output. So here what I have to do is I have to write code for each and everything. So just to show one image, I have to write one image tag for that. Just to show one text input, I have to write like input type equal to text, label is equal to, I had to write script for code for each and everything, so that this will be constructed. But you as a PEGA developer, you don't require any physical coding. You should understand just drag and dropping. So you have to drag and drop one image, you have to drag and drop one video, and you have to drag and drop maybe one text box. So based on drag and dropping, you have to design the screen. Okay, traditional way, if I'm taking it like 4 hours time, no doubt you'll complete in less than that only. No, maybe you can complete in just 1 hour time. Why? Because I have to write code for each and everything. You have to simply drag and dropping, and that too, drag and dropping is not that easy what you think. Getting my point? Drag and dropping is not that simple. Maybe if I'm drag and dropping an image, as per this mockup, you should understand this image is occupying only 20 percentage to the entire screen. Am I correct? And this one has to be displayed only below the image, and this also should occupy only 20 percentage, and remaining 80 percentage might be like form collection, and that too, this one should show in the dark blue color with something one icon with some collapsible arrow. If I click on this, whole form should be collapsed. If I click on it, it has to be expanded. and I should see first name occupying 50% of the remaining space. Am I correct? And here we should be having some placeholder. We call it like placeholder. And if I start typing something, whole thing should be cleared and I have to see my own data. And here the label should be in the bolder and it should be having mandatory. And in the first name, if I'm entering like 1 2 3, is this correct? No, right? Immediately it has to throw the error. So I have to get one error message in some red color, that too with some specific size, everything. Everything your business analyst, they will be giving you one sheet also. Okay. So designing this UI part is easy, but not that easy what you think. That is what I'm saying. Okay, again I'm saying like Pega compared to any other technology. You compare Pega with Python. You compare Pega with physically Java coding. You compare Pega with .NET, whatever it is, or OutSystems or Salesforce, whatever it is. Compared to any other technology, Pega is easy. Compared to any other thing, but Pega itself is not easy. Don't take Pega as granted. It's not that easy, but it is easy compared to other technologies. So if you start learning Pega, there might be small confusions. N number of doubts is what you'll get. Okay, as a physical trainer, I'm trying to explain each and everything. I'm giving you recording and I'm giving you extra documents and other things. Still, you'll get n number of doubts. So you have to call me every day just to get that clarified. So if we can concentrate for next to 4 months, Pega will be easy for you. Maybe for 1 month or 2 months or so, if you dropped out of this Pega, if you feel Pega is like little confusion, if you just dropped out and if you're trying to go for Python, no doubt you'll come back to Pega again. So what I'm saying is, compared to other technologies, Pega is easy, but Pega itself is not easy. So this drag and dropping and other things looks easy for you. So my requirement is to drag and drop this one. For this, we have to take care of validation messages, right? So you have to take care of this font size, right? You have to take care of this star mark, okay? And you have to take care of this percentage width and this percentage width and this background color light blue, okay? And this radio button in some segmented form. Each and everything is what we have to take care. If you are not designing this exactly, testing team will be ready, right? Okay, if you are a developer, you will develop this. If I'm a tester, my main motto is to increase number of defects. Okay, so this is not accepting correctly, so this is not as per the screenshot, so this is not as per requirement, mobile number is accepting alphabets also. I'll test each and everything. I'll try to raise hundreds of defects. My main duty is to increase defect count. Your main duty is to reduce defect count, ante kada? Okay, fine. So if my requirement is to show one web page like this, we'll drag and drop image, we'll drag and drop video, and maybe this video on page load it must be on mute. Okay, on page load it must start playing in the background with mute. Okay, so maybe if my requirement is to play the sound, so each and everything you have to know. Okay, how to drag and drop a button. Maybe here I can see two in one row. Am I correct? Here I can see maybe three in one row, and here only one in one row. Here maybe three elements, one in one row. So how to make this one occupying only some percentage width? How to make this one occupying very small percentage size? How to make this one so and so with proportions? You should understand each and everything. Designing one web page meaning you have to take care of styles also, you have to take care of validations also. Okay, so this whole constitute like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This is completely automated and you should understand how to do this. Let me show you one sample web page. Suppose if this is my output screen, if this is my output screen, so I can see somewhere like account number, account creation date, country, state and city. Now, if my client requirement is to include one button somewhere at the last, so you can just go to the respective place, just include something like button, click on save, and just refresh your changes here. So can you see this button? How much time it took for us? Less than a minute, right? So if you want to implement the same in your regular design, it will take minimum 10 minutes time for you. So you have to include code related to button, and on this button click what should happen, everything has to be done. So UI part is completely automated. You should just understand how to drag and drop. You should understand how to take care of per alignments, how much size this has to take. And you have to take care of styles, what should be its background color. Okay, and you have to take care of validations. In email, if I'm entering something like ABC, is this correct? It should be like at the rate so and so.com, and mobile number if I'm entering like this, no. In date of birth if I enter future, is this correct? Age if I'm entering something like negative, is this correct? It should accept only positive. Positive meaning if I'm entering something like 500, is this correct? No. Each and everything should be validated. Designing one web page meaning you have to take care everything about front end design, styles, alignments, validations, and design everything. Okay, but this is interesting, very interesting and easy also compared to other part. So maybe if your manager or business analyst is asking you to design this screen, so in this screen we are just collecting customer details, am I correct? We are just collecting customer details, and along with that your manager is asking you to include a button like register. You know how to just include a button, we have just seen. If my new requirement is to include a button, generally on this button click what should happen, you tell me. Maybe if this is your Amazon registration page, you are trying to enter all your information, and on click of this registered button, generally what happens? Generally what happens? One thing, first thing is details should be stored. Great, details has to be stored. And what might be the other one? Immediately you might be getting one email trigger. Okay, after you getting registered, no doubt these details are to be stored with their database. And the second one is you have to immediately get one email triggered. Generally these two will be the backend requirements on this particular screen. So as we understood, this PEGA is completely having like Java in the background. So whenever I click on this register button, maybe one email has to be triggered. For that, some Java code should be there, right? And you as a PEGA developer, you don't require writing any Java code physically. For whatever your backend requirement might be, your backend requirement might be sending an email, sending an SMS, or sending a fax, or maybe storing the details into database table, or maybe deleting something into database table. Or consider today if you are joining in any company, any software company like TCS, your details will be stored in TCS database. Am I correct? Along with that, your details must be stored in insurance details also, insurance database also. From the day one, you'll be having health insurance applicable, right? Health insurance must be provided by some third party system, third party. So your details are being transmitted to their database also, no? So for whatever your backend requirement, it must be having some Java code in PEGA. For every such Java code is ready. You should understand where and with what name it is ready made for us. That's it. So now in our requirement, on button click what we have to do, we have to send one email. That is our actual requirement. So for that we are understanding that there is like automated with the name send email notification. You can see this, right? So you'll be having something automated with the name send email notification. And if we just expand this, whatever the Java code required for sending an email, this is ready made. This is ready made. So if I'm the interviewer, if I'm asking you one requirement, that is we have to include a button, and on this button click email has to be triggered. If this is what the question I ask you, what you'll say? You have to select that there is already ready made with the name send email notification, so that I'll call on this button click, and whatever the email ID customer is entering, that I'll pass it here. That is what you have to say. Okay, so even interview will not ask you to explain this Java code. What is the point of writing Java code? PEGA has made everything automated, right? So you need not understand anything what is happening. You should understand with which how to implement in our requirement. Understanding, right? For every backend requirement, Java is ready. We have to understand where to use, how to use, and when to use these things. That's it. Okay, meaning on click of this, there might be Java code executed. And the next requirement might be storing data into database table, right? So database table every time requires only SQL queries, as I told you. Database will not understand Java. Database will not understand Python. It will not understand anything other than SQL. So on click of this button, what should happen is some Java coding should be executed, and that Java code should generate one SQL query, and data has to be stored into respective table. Okay, this is also ready-made. So where to find the Java code, and where in what database table it will be stored. If my requirement is to store the data in two different database tables, how you will do? So these things. Consider one scenario. So today, if you are joining in any company like TCS, okay, today you as a normal employee joining TCS. If I am the HR there, I don't know anything about PEGA, you don't know anything about PEGA. I'm just an HR. So I'll be having one button like onboard an employee. Am I correct? If I click on this button, I'll be getting screen number one, collecting your personal details. And then screen number two, I'll collect maybe your parent details. And screen number three might be your address details. Maybe your past employment details, educational details, whatever it is. After everything is done, one record has to be stored in their database. Am I correct? Okay, with one employee id, there will be one employee id generated for you. So this should be like in one record into their database, then only you will be treated like full length employee. Am I correct? So after you are getting onboarded into such bigger companies, you'll be getting employee id somewhere 7-digit number. Getting my point? Somewhere 7-digit number. What does this mean? So there are already 7 lakh employees joined in that organization, right? Okay, if another person joined after you, he'll be getting one number incremented, nothing more than that. So meaning those many employees are registered in that organization. Out of those 7 lakhs, maybe 1 lakh might be active. So maybe 6 lakhs might be resigned, or they might be on leave, or they might be in some other place. So only 1 lakh is like active. Fine. After you joining company, you will be getting one employee number generated, and you will be getting those portals also accessed, right? So you'll be getting all the TCS portals accessed. Okay, so there might be one scenario, one functionality related to employee search. Consider we all are like one company. So after your onboarding is done, I can search with your employee id, right? If I search with your employee id, I'll be getting all the information what generally you provide with your HR. But will I be getting all your sensitive information like your parent details, maybe your PAN card data or Aadhaar card data? Will I be getting all your sensitive information? No. While onboarding, you have shared all your information with your HR, but during employee search, I'll be getting only limited information like your first name, last name, your project details, your project manager name, these only. I'll not get any of your father name or parent names or parent home address. I'll not get this sensitive information. So on clicking of the search button, consider this is like employee search. After I'm entering your employee ID, if I click on search button, I'm getting some data. So if I'm trying to get the data from this main table, so this main table has got 7 lakh records, right? But only 1 lakh is like active. That is what we are considering. So on click of this, hitting this main table and searching for this employee ID in those 7 lakh records might be like useless effort for PEGA. There might be some performance lag. Am I correct? So that is the reason TCS management, they will plan to maintain one more table. They will plan to one more table, and this table should be having only 1 lakh active records, that to limited information, first name, last name, project details, that's it. Now if I click on search button, so we are supposed to hit this table and get back the data from this only, right? Yes or no? Now our client requirement here is to, or if this is completely designed on PEGA, what PEGA will do is whatever the data we are collecting, it will be maintaining in one main repository. That is what PEGA internal design will be. Now if client requirement of, or now if TCS requirement is to maintain one new table, okay, whenever you submit the data, it has to hit into this table, and from here we have to fetch it out. So this is something like extra requirement other than PEGA's design, right? Getting my point? What I'm saying is PEGA can generate automated SQL queries, can store the data into table. This is like completely existing, no doubt in it. But PEGA can deal with one single table. No, this is like regular requirement. So now if your client is asking to include two other tables or three other tables, you as a developer has to implement this. You should understand how to create a new table. You should understand how the data has to be stored into this table also. Meaning, whatever the SQL query happening hitting to this table one, that you have to implement it here also. You don't require any physical coding. You don't require opening this don't require anything opening the database and writing any physical query. What PEGA is doing here, that you have to understand and you have to implement it here. Getting my point? So if I'm interviewer asking you this question, so you need not answer me saying like this is the SQL query I'll write. You need not explain me a SQL query. You should understand what PEGA is doing. So just like how PEGA is doing for sending an email, you have to understand what is it doing here, and you have to implement in the same functionalities. Getting my point? So if client is asking you, if we click on this register button, if my requirement is to send email for this person as well as send email for his parent also. So if we can understand what is like earlier requirement can't implement this one, you can call the same for two times, right? Okay, so requirement might be complicated. If I give you this as a requirement, you might think it like complicated, but with PEGA, which is completely automated, how to do this is the area what you have to focus. You should understand what PEGA is doing. You should understand where it got automated. You should understand how it got automated. How to implement how to replicate in our requirements. This is what you have to think about. So online, everyone following, right? Just respond to me. Online, everyone clear? Is everyone following? Just unmute from your and talk.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everyone clear?
Yes, yes.
So we are understanding using PEGA. Front end part is completely automated. Even back end part is completely automated. Back end meaning nothing but Java only. Java part is completely automated, and even database part is also completely automated. Database part is also completely automated. You don't require anywhere physical front end code or back end code or database code. You should understand how to achieve all other requirements. Okay, all other requirements. So generally in any project, requirements will be same. Any project. So take Flipkart project. After customer registration, storing details into table and email triggering only, right? Take Amazon project. So take something like Snapdeal project. Whatever requirements will be, real-time requirements will be same. But if Flipkart is using .NET, how to do their physical? Maybe in Amazon, if it is with Java, how to do that? And maybe with PEGA, how to do this? So you have to understand how to implement it. Requirements will be everywhere same. You take any requirement, so that has to be done with PEGA, no doubt. Okay, every requirement has to be done with PEGA, but nowhere you write physical coding. That is the biggest advantage. Fine. So far based on our discussion, we can conclude saying like PEGA is one automated tool where we can design complete web page, right? Complete, starting to ending, complete web page can be done. Now I'll give you one statement. That is, using PEGA, we can develop internal applications only. Okay, so far our statement is like using PEGA, we can develop any web application. But now our modified statement is using PEGA, developing internal applications only. What is internal application? What is internal application? So consider Citibank. Okay, consider Citibank. So if you wanted to know something about Citibank generally, what you'll do? You'll just open Google and you'll search like city.com. You'll get some information, right? And that information I can see maybe from India. You can get the same information from Australia. You can get same information from some other part of the world also, right? Because this as the web application are included at internet. Am I correct? This is included internet. From any part of the world will get the same information. And if you directly go to Citibank, okay, if you directly visit Citibank store, so there after you entering, there might be one person helping you about your query. So if you say that you are looking for new credit card, so they will ask you to go to counter number 1. Am I correct? If you say that you are looking for new account, they might ask you to go to counter number 2. Maybe if you are saying like something about gold loan, they might be like saying pushing to counter number 3. Likewise, counter number 4. So for this counter number 1, there will be one bank employee. He will be using one credit card related application only. Am I correct? And in counter number 2, there will be different bank employee. He will be using only loans related application. And counter number 3, different employee. He might be only cashier related application using. So for this Citibank, we are having one main website as well as n number of internal applications. Am I correct? Okay, so each and every organization, take any organization, it will be having one main website and n number of internal applications. These internal applications, you as a normal customer can use that. You are like a normal customer entering to this bank, can use this application? No, right? Only the bank employees has to use that. So this external website, everyone in the world can use. What I'm trying to say is every organization will have n number of internal applications and one main website. So now PEGA is used to develop these internal applications. That is what I'm saying. Using PEGA, we can even design main website, but we will not do. Why we will not do that? I'll explain tomorrow's class. So what is the importance of this internal applications? Why PEGA is concentrating only on internal? So these things we have to understand. So this will continue in tomorrow's class. So today we are just understanding what is PEGA. Okay, and what are all the features automated in PEGA. And we are understanding something about real-time scenarios, okay, where we'll be using like pickup. So tomorrow we'll continue with the remaining part. So each and every slide or each and every point what we are discussing, this will be correlated with our real-time discussion, and then we'll understand the slide. So we'll take some extra time to understand each and every concept. So whole curriculum will take some longer time, around 4+ months. So please concentrate for the next 4 months. No doubt you'll be master in pickup. Okay, so we'll continue this tomorrow. And this recording, whatever it is, you will be yesterday every one of you got one message asking to join in Google Classroom. Did everyone got that? Online people, everyone got this, right? You will be getting one Google Classroom invite link. Did everyone get? Yes or no? Online
Yes.
people.
Yes.
So whoever has not got,
Yes.
just WhatsApp on this number. Just WhatsApp on this number. Okay, so you will be added into this Google Classroom. So in this Google Classroom itself, you will be added with today's class recording. So this PPT and whatever the respective document, okay, today's related document. So these will be added up. Okay, and tomorrow's class, and follow this Google Classroom only. You will be added with some few days content everywhere here. And in the same Google Classroom, you are even provided with PEGA installation related videos also. Okay, PEGA installation related videos also. I'll explain this installation maybe after 2 days. So for next 2 days, you have to just understand like PEGA related basics. So don't think like demo is nothing useful for you. So consider each and every point is very, very important. So if you are planning to take PEGA course, you should not miss one statement also. Okay, so it's not like many people will be thinking like demo will be nothing, or demo or actual classes might start maybe after 2 days or 3 days. So if you are planning to join by that time, this actual content you might be losing. Every point is like PEGA related only. Some, it's nothing like different, right? So everything is like PEGA related. Every point will be completely useful for you. Please concentrate. So tomorrow also every one of you online app and offline, requesting you to join with the same link, and offline people please come in time. Okay, so tomorrow we'll try to complete the remaining part. In the discussion, we'll understand like whatever the extra questions you have. So some people will be thinking about certification, some people might be having some doubt related to their career gap, whatever it is. So after tomorrow's class, we'll try to address each and every extra question what you are having. So by end of this PowerPoint presentation, most of your doubts will be cleared. Still we will be having some time to discuss more on that. So please continue joining tomorrow also. Okay, clear everyone? Any doubts, anyone? Clear, right, everyone of you?
Yes.
Okay then. Okay, so whatever the doubt you are having. Suppose if you wanted to talk to me personally, so it might be related to career guidance, or it might be related to some extra personal discussion, whatever it is, whatever the number you are having, is WhatsApp on that number. Based on that, we'll call back. Okay, online, maybe people from India or other parts of the world, so they can just WhatsApp onto this number initially. So based on that, we'll be giving you, if you want like some extra time, maybe if you want to talk to 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you can just WhatsApp on that time. Okay, clear, right, everyone? Good to close.
Yes. Thank you,
Okay
sir.
then, thank you everyone. So recording will be shared in the
Thank
Google
you.
in the next 30 minutes. Processing will say take some time. In the next 30 minutes, it will be added in the Google Classroom. You can just right away check from there. Clear, right? Thank you everyone.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks.